What's up guys, this is Sean Tan and welcome to another episode of Asking Sean, and today we will look at the question by Michelle Chong. Hi Sean, I'm a viewer from your YouTube channel. I'm currently planning for my first property and really need a professional take on it. Hence, would be great to get a piece of advice from you. As my family is staying in Jalan Ipoh, I'm considering number 1, the Fennel, number 2, the Era. Being that the locations are relatively nearby, for context, I'm buying the property partially for investment, partially for own stay, as I'm not based in KL yet. So maybe in a 2 years time lah. As much as being in the architectural field, hey, architectural fan, I really appreciate Fennel's cutting edge and it's being unique from all the other properties. However, does it make more sense to buy a new launch at its launch price or a sub-sale to yield most appreciation of the property? Wondering if you did come across the Era and what are your thoughts on it. I have doubts on it being strata title and the built-in retails that may not be operation as what the most renders present. Renders meaning computer graphics lah. Okay, for those who don't understand. That being said, both condos are located in Segambut and Sentul, which also worries me, as they are not considered hotspots even though there is a potential for growth. Thank you very much in advance for reading this lengthy email, and I hope to hear from you soon. Great value on your input. Thanks, Michelle Chong. Architecture. Wow. First of all, thank you very much, Michelle, for your email. And I'll address your first question first, which makes more sense in terms of capital appreciation, right? In terms of sub-sales or new launch. In terms of potential-wise for capital appreciation, those days, I would just say 4 to 5 years ago, definitely new projects. That's why those days you will see people lining up, setting up camps next to the sales gallery, right? Just for them to open up their office and they want to buy the properties. Another part of it is also the product of it. So one of it is it a one-off pocket parcel kind of project, or is it a master planning kind of project? Is it a landed or is it a high-rise? All this also comes to play lah. Definitely landed properties will have higher cap for capital appreciation because, come to think of it, right? Let's say if a condo is 1 million and a landed terrace house is 1 million, right? By default, Malaysians still think that, 1 million for a terrace house still relatively cheap. But 1 million for a condo, right? How much more can you go? And things like that. So Malaysians are still getting used to very highly priced, well-maintained apartments where you can only see like in more sophisticated locations such as Mont Kiara and Bangsa and stuff like that because of the maintenance. So generally, the maintenance of the property do also affect the capital appreciation. That's why you see sub-sale market products, right, don't usually do well if they are located in areas which are a bit more suburbs, because the mentality of maintenance is not there. Malaysia is still adapting to the culture of strata living. It means living together where they need to attend JMB meetings, they need to go to the committee meetings, right, to vote and see how much they will spend, what are the procedures done for the maintenance, who is maintaining and things like that. So it's still very new because we are just too used to those individual titled terrace houses where I only take care of my paga, that's about it. Number 2, your intention of partial investment and own stay seems to concern me because the problem is this. Both considerations, right, are very different. Meaning in terms of own stay, right, what I always say is that if you can afford that property and if you like that property, just buy. Don't need to think so much because you're going to stay for 3 to 5 years later. But if you are trying to buy something that you like, that also can fetch rental, that can cover installment, and also must be close to home, then must be close to my parents' home, then must be close to school as well. Those are very, very difficult criteria and it's pretty hard to find as well. So coming from an architect to an architect as well, right? Facade design or forms, right, do not matter as much as we think because like you look at the Fennel, wow, the very futuristic thing, right? Block C didn't sell at all and the developer actually need to throw prices which was lower than the launch price before just to actually exit out the game. So having awesome facade and architecture treatments, right, doesn't change the fact of the location being inconvenience, or it doesn't hide the fact that the profile of communities there are different. But instead, I would suggest you to actually look at rental returns instead. You look at figures. So if you look into the Fennel, what kind of units that you're looking for, you go to iProperty, Property Guru or Prop Social to look at the current rental rates and to see whether it will somewhat cover your installments or not, or how much does it help with your installments. And in terms of capital appreciation, right, these are the areas which are booming. Definitely, you can look at Segambut, right? Segambut now, the United Point is coming up, then the Era is coming up. A few more, there's one more, Kiara Dutama something also coming up, as well as Sentul. But Sentul, in the other words, right, you have the Centura coming up, you have the One Maxim also just handed over recently. You can look at all those data first, where you get to see like these are the properties that are sold 4 years before and what is the current price now, and you can really tell, right, the capital appreciation not as much. So if your strategy of investment is actually capital appreciation, right, then I'm afraid this is not going to happen within a short period of like 5 years, you know, because now generally investors are holding way longer and things like that. But what I would really suggest, right, is to look at more alternatives, because yours is in Jalan Ipoh, right? So what's upcoming, right, is around Jinjiang area, where you have the Metropolitan Lake, right? If you're familiar with Kepong, the Metropolitan Lake next to it, I think you have the M Erdure by Masing, and you have the Kiara Bay by UEM, and a little bit more you have the Eco Sky, Lakeview, and in between that you have the new project by Country Garden and Desa Park City, which is called the Lake City. You can also go find them out. The capital appreciation that you are looking for might be from a master planning perspective, because in areas such as Jinjiang and Kepong, right, the connectivity to the city is actually very, very close, and it's all connected via a lot of accessibilities and trains and highways and etc. But just that the impression towards the address has always been tainted by all the previous stories of gangsterism and things like that. But I would really think that a rebranding of several developers all together, right, might change. And since you are staying very close, why not go check them out and see where is your range and things like that. But before going all that, right, there's these 4 steps which I always go through with new buyers. Number 1, your intention. So if you're looking from an investment point of view, so do just stick to investment, to figures, to numbers. Keep away all the fancy things first, because 5 years later, right, who knows, you might get promoted and your circumstance might change, your preference might change, so it's a whole different story. Number 2, go and find out how much you can actually loan from the bank and how much you can afford and things like that. So that will actually help you when you are into step 3 in looking for 20 different properties within that price range, you know. Let's say it's 800,000. 800,000, would you want to go for a single story house? Would you want to go for a 3-bedroom apartment, or would you want to go for a studio unit? All that you will actually discover throughout the research that you will find. And last of all, if you have really decided and you found what you really like or what makes sense in terms of investment, right, just go get it. So I think that's all, Michelle. Thank you very much for sending this. I'm sorry for the noise because I'm actually doing this next to the main road of Kelana Jaya, because things has get really busy, but I still want to answer to you guys, so I hope this brings value to you. For those who needs clarity in real estate investment or properties in Malaysia and things like that, do just email me at taniherng, taniherng @gmail.com, or you can just reach me at iherng at multiple platforms such as LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and I will answer as much as I can. And that's all for this episode. If you really like this episode, like it, share it, and even subscribe for more information like this. Until next time, this is Sean Tan. Ciao.